This season on MasterChef Canada,
Guess who?
the nation's best home cooks got a huge surprise.
You are a finalist of MasterChef Canada.
We're the MasterChef Canada kitchen! Woo!
Now!
After a nerve-wracking audition,
If we call your name, please step forward.
only 12 moved forward.
Live!
Week after week, they battled to survive.
What?
They cooked for comedy legends,
It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Canadian VIPs, and some of Claudio Aprile's most discerning clientele.
Claudio is counting on you. Make him proud.
9 home cooks have been eliminated. Now, only 3 remain. Michael G., a mathematician from Richmond Hill, Ontario.
It's full of flavor, just the way I love it.
Thank you very much.
Becky, a tile setter assistant from Sherwood Park, Alberta.
This shows a tremendous amount of skill. It's really sophisticated.
And Andy, a small business owner from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
That is fantastic. Wow. Wow.
Thank you, Chef.
Tonight, they will fight for a spot in the MasterChef Canada finale.
I am top 3, and I feel strong. I feel like I'm a big threat, and those other 2 home cooks better watch out, because I'm coming to win this.
I'm only 19, but I've totally proven myself. I want to be the youngest ever MasterChef Canada.
No one from the East Coast has ever won this competition. It's a very elite club. I want to be part of that.
This is down to the wire. The finale is like within grasp, and I want it. I want to win this.
Walking into the kitchen, it's a completely different setup. The MasterChef kitchen looks like a restaurant.
What is this?
The kitchen has a bunch of chairs and tables in it. No one knows what's going on right now.
Welcome, top 3.
Yeah,
Hello, chef.
Notice anything different about the place?
a little bit.
Yeah.
One of the most exciting trends in food these days is the pop-up restaurant.
Look around. The MasterChef Canada kitchen is now home to 3 of them.
Cool.
And let me tell you, the buzz on these places is through the roof.
And when you see the driving forces behind them, we think you're going to be excited too. Welcome to Andy's Halifax Hawker House.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Wow. I have my own pop-up, Andy's Halifax Hawker House. To see the brand, the logo, is really a dream come true.
Becky's UK Gastropub.
This poster really reflects the type of food that I want to do today. It's cool.
And Michael's Canadian Comfort Lodge.
This is so cool.
That's right. You are designing the menu tonight. Andy's Halifax Hawker House serves Asian street food with an East Coast flair.
Beautiful.
Becky's UK Gastropub celebrates the best of yesterday and today by taking a modern approach to some time-honored dishes.
That's so cool.
And Michael's Canadian Comfort Lodge, it's all about rustic opulence.
That is me. That's so awesome. So inspired. That's so cool.
There's nothing like a pop-up restaurant to give a rising star a chance to shine.
And guess what? We have invited some highly influential people to your pop-ups.
30 food influencers and bloggers are going to taste your food tonight. Hashtag no pressure.
It's crazy.
Each of you will have 90 minutes to plan, prep, and present an entree for these tastemakers.
During service, we'll get feedback from the diners, but the final decision rests with us. And the home cook who creates the best entree in terms of flavor and presentation will not just win this pop-up restaurant battle, they will advance directly to the MasterChef Canada finale.
Yeah, here we go.
Incredible.
The remaining 2 will compete in the final pressure test of the season. Please go to your stations.
Right now, there's 2 young, incredibly talented home cooks that stand between me and the finale. It's incredibly close.
I'm just gonna work harder than the boys and concentrate more than them.
During the cook, you will have full access to the specialty pantry to bring your culinary vision to life.
I can win this. I can be the next MasterChef Canada champion, and I'm gonna go out and do just that.
Are you ready to create the hottest new pop-up restaurant in the country and earn your spot in the finale?
Yes, chef.
The world is waiting, and your time starts now!
Here we go. This is cool.
Let's do this.
Guys, I can only imagine the level of excitement and adrenaline that must be going through those home cooks' veins right now. They all knew they had to cook today, but they had no idea they were going to be fronting their own pop-up restaurant.
They still have a lot of work in front of them. 90 minutes, that's all they have to come up with 12 dishes.
This is an opportunity for one home cook to jump straight into the finale of MasterChef Canada.
I think I deserve a spot in the finale because I'm different than the 2 other home cooks. My food is really playful. That's completely unpretentious. It's just accessible, but really delicious. We're gonna go for a Korean-flavored Nova Scotia halibut tartare with some kimchi puree and a yuzu custard. It's the flavors from my travels in Asia using Nova Scotia produce. It's a play on kind of all my life experiences here. I'm caramelizing this kimchi to bring out the flavors more. Oh my God, that smells good. I know Mike and Becky are gonna go very traditional, so I'm gonna go the other way, much more bolder, deeper, spicier flavors. Okay, what do we need?
As I'm cooking this dish, I'm thinking of my family back in England who I never really get to see.
I'm gonna do like a northern roast dinner. Squab 2 ways, carrots, potatoes, Brussels sprouts, Yorkshire pudding.
So squab is a beautiful game bird, often eaten in northern England. It is wild, there's a hunting season for it.
Also, squab presents a lot of challenges. It's very easy to overcook.
I'm making squab today because it's the last thing that my granddad made me before he died. So this dish is completely my flavors and heritage.
I'm going to be making a herb-crusted rack of lamb with roasted butternut squash and a creamy polenta. Presentation and taste are the 2 biggest components of every dish going forward. I cannot win this competition if I don't raise my plating game. I want to make this look outstanding so that the people here eating today are visually inspired to want to talk about me.
Michael G knows that Andy and Becky have been singled out for their plating. He's gonna have to up his game here.
Stop wasting my time with my cuts.
Becky,
Hi.
how does it feel, Becky's gastropub?
It's pretty cool.
Most of the time, you are as cool as a cucumber, but this challenge must make you a little nervous, eh?
Yeah, it's like the biggest challenge yet, pretty much. I'm just concentrating on what I have to do, not worrying about the boys.
It's not a bad strategy. Keep focused.
Thanks.
When I started this competition, I never thought I'd make it this far. And now it's getting super close. Oh no.
This challenge is a microcosm of the real world. If they do well today, not only are they proving to themselves that they're ready, but they're proving to the world that they are ready to take on that next big opportunity of possibly opening up a real restaurant of their own.
I absolutely adore street food, any type of street food, but specifically Asian street food. So to be able to do this in a pop-up restaurant is really a dream come true.
Hey there, Andy.
Chef Michael, how we doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
Doing well, pushing into high gear now.
So what is it about the Asian world of flavors that appeals to you, Andy?
I think it was my travels there just woke me up to food. I cooked a little bit, was never that passionate about it, but after going there and tasting all the flavors and foods that I'd never tried before, changed my life.
And you think this dish is going to get you into that finale?
Absolutely. These 2 are incredibly technical. I'm not going to beat them on the technical skills, but where I think I can edge them out is just playful creativity, some fun flavors, and just have some fun.
Best of luck with it. I look forward to seeing and tasting the dish.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
All right.
45 minutes. You have 45 minutes left.
Gotta clean up these rack of lamb because I want them to be perfect for the diners. It's taking me a while because I want all those nasty fibers off. I want clean bones and really be something that is a showstopper.
Come on. want to make sure that they're beautiful bite-sized pieces of tartare. So just making sure that they're all even as much as possible. And yeah, just got to get through as much as I can, as quick as I can.
You know, when you're making a tartare, I really believe that it separates the home cooks from the real chefs. You have to have impeccable technique. Those knife skills have to be very sharp, very clean cuts.
A nice dice, not chopped.
Come on, come on.
Squab is like red meat. It has to be like blushing red still.
All game meats are super lean, so you need to make sure that you cook it very gently, medium rare.
But now she's left her squab in the pan, unattended, and she's ran into the equipment room. Squab overcooks in seconds.
20 minutes! You have 20 minutes left!
Time is not on my side right now. 20 minutes left and all hell has hit the fan. I have way too many things I have not finished. Chef Alvin, how are you?
I'm always fine. I'm on this side. How do you feel?
Nervous. I feel great about the dish I'm presenting, but it's a matter of getting it done on time. I have a lot of things I still have to do.
You want me to get out of here?
Sure.
Good luck.
I took on way too much for this task, and I'm worried I'm not going to get it done.
I am a bit worried about Michael Chen. I'll tell you why. I think he spent too much time Frenching those lambs. He did not do his math properly.
This is going to be tight. I'm not even in the weeds. I'm in the actual swamp. I am struggling to swim out of this. I need to get back on track.
The stakes of the semifinal are incredibly high. Beautiful. You got to make sure these influencers are impressed and like your dish, because what they say can make or break you.
Okay. Home cooks, the bloggers, and tastemakers are arriving.
Holy cow.
Pressure.
Do not stop cooking.
Even though all these people are arriving right now, I just need to not pay attention to them and do what I need to do.
I have a soft spot for Yorkshire pudding, and they look perfect. I can't wait to taste it.
The end goal is to work in a restaurant, start at the bottom in the kitchen and work my way up until become the best.
There's less than 3 minutes to go before the servers begin to pick up their plates and deliver them to the influencers.
It is wildly intense in this kitchen right now. I can hear commotion going on in front of me. I'm legitimately pouring sweat.
My plates are not done yet, and I'm not ready for the servers to come. I don't have time for this. Yeah.
You should all be playing right now.
Slippery. Sorry. I have to refocus, get organized, and start pumping out plates.
He's pushing himself really hard.
Push it, folks. Push it, push it, push it.
20 seconds. In 20 seconds, the servers will be picking up.
Come on, Michael. Come on, Andy.
Come on, push, 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 push.
Service starts now.
It's the grand opening of the Home Cooks pop-up restaurants. They better hope their food is ready for its close-up.
I'm happy the way mine looks. May the best person win.
This is my type of food, is my family, like merging into one.
I took on a lot with this, but I know it's going to taste amazing.
At Andy's Halifax Hawker House, the guests have been served his Korean spice Nova Scotian halibut tartare with caramelized kimchi and yuzu curd.
Let's dig in.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It does look like something that you would get from a hawker stand. But, you know, this is a pop-up restaurant. I would like to see a little bit more refinement in the presentation.
He loves to work with Asian flavors. I think he's nailed the halibut. I love the flavor of it.
However, I think the caramelized kimchi was a mistake. It overpowers the delicate flavors of the halibut. He was a little heavy-handed. He needs to pull back a little bit and find the balance.
I thought it was very creative, absolutely beautiful plating.
The balance between all the texture, the sweet, the salty, the spiciness was amazing.
We took pictures. We're definitely going to share it on our blogs, so I think it was great. I would give it a 9.5.
The influencers at Becky's UK Gastropub are eating her squab two ways with carrot puree, shredded Brussels sprouts, and Yorkshire pudding.
I really admire Becky's plating. It's elegant. I like the fact that the sauce is not too heavy-handed. Looks like somebody that has a lot of skill plated this.
Let's see the cook on the squab. I would like to see a nice medium rare.
That is perfect. Incredible.
Perfectly cooked.
Doesn't need much more than just a little bit of salt. It still has great flavor.
Look at this. She's got a Yorkshire pudding here. She has some of the jus inside of it. Very smart.
I think it's a great idea, but I find the Yorkshire pudding a little dense.
Felt like a home-cooked meal, which is what we liked about it, I think.
So the meat, I liked it a lot. It had a nice gaminess to it, but it wasn't as seasoned as I hoped for it to be.
The bloggers at Michael's Canadian Comfort Lodge are feasting on his crusted rack of lamb, cheesy polenta, butternut squash confit, and pea puree.
You know, plating for Michael has always been his Achilles heel, but with this dish, he has improved immensely.
However, some of the influencers did not get the pea puree.
And that's a big misstep. Pop-up restaurant is all about first impressions. You cannot be sending dishes out that are missing elements.
Curious to see this lamb. I'm gonna cut into this lamb and see if he was able to give us a medium rare. Well, it's not medium rare. That is a rare piece of lamb.
I think we were unfortunate to get one that was just a bit too rare, because looking at the cook on the guest lamb, they were perfect medium rare.
Well, let's see how it tastes to see if he seasoned the lamb properly. Wonderful depth of flavor. Parsley, the thyme, the pistachio work beautifully with the lamb. Well, let's try the polenta and see if that is seasoned and cooked properly. That cheesy polenta is the star of the show.
It just changes it up. It's a little bit of the unexpected, but a nod to great Canadiana comfort.
It's presented really well, and the colors pop out, the green, the orange, and something that I want to eat right away. It's so delicious.
It's kind of like a little Canadian forest.
It is.
If we could all have had the pea puree, that would have been nice.
We have a tough decision to make here. Andy's dish is almost too many flavors, too powerful. Becky's dish, slightly underseasoned in general. And Michael G., he struggled with time management.
Who do you think delivered the best? That is the question.
Who do you think deserves to be in the finale?
I don't want to go on the pressure test. I've never wanted anything more in my life than this.
Definitely took a risk on the flavors, and I hope it worked, but it does make me a little bit nervous.
I've only scratched the surface with my cooking abilities. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Your pop-up restaurants gave you a sense of what it's like for a chef to put their reputation on the line.
Overall, the reviews were very positive. Becky, the squab, was perfectly cooked. However, a few elements lacked seasoning, and your Yorkies were a bit dense.
Michael G., this was your best-looking dish to date.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you were not able to get all your components on every plate, and the cook on the lamb was inconsistent.
Andy, you created a true original. It featured some big, bold, punchy elements, but it suffered from a lack of balance. Overall, there was one home cook whose technique and plating gave them the edge.
The finale is within grasp. It's there to take, and I want to win this.
The winner of the Pop-Up Challenge, who will advance immediately to the MasterChef Canada finale, is Becky.
She's in shock.
I'm so happy. My name just got called. I'm in the finale. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
You're one step closer to $100,000 and the life-changing title. Take off your apron and come on up and get your chef's jacket.
Way to go, girl.
I'm so proud. It doesn't seem real. I've worked so hard to get this chef's coat. The title of MasterChef Canada is super close.
Andy and Michael G., you will now go head-to-head in the most daunting pressure test you have ever faced. It will determine whether you join Becky in the finale or leave the MasterChef Canada kitchen tonight.
Yes, chef. This is the battle royale. I'm gonna have to bring every single ounce of effort that I've got.
There is only one chef coat left. I am going to work so much harder than I ever have in my life and just outwork Andy. That's all I can do.
This pressure test follows the rule of 3. 3 elevated Canadian desserts, 3 exact replications, and the last time there will be 3 of you in the running for the MasterChef Canada title. Michael G., how many pressure tests have you cooked in?
Too many to count.
What about you, Andy?
I've managed to avoid quite a few of them. I've only been in the 1 omelet challenge.
Feel my wrath.
Absolutely am.
Well, let's not keep you in suspense any longer. The first sweet classic you must recreate is no ordinary Nanaimo bar. This deconstructed delight is made with coconut gelée, flourless chocolate cake, and a vanilla creme brulee smear.
Next up, it's a treat that is iconic and all Canadian. The butter tart. A perfectly baked pâte sucrée provides a pastry vessel for rum-soaked figs, buttery brown sugar custard, and a ginger meringue.
I'm very intimidated. These desserts are not easy, and they have a ton of working components.
The third and final dish is definitely not your grandmother's blueberry grunt. Our take on this East Coast classic is cornmeal cake, wild blueberry jam, salted chantilly cream, mascarpone lemon cream, and tarragon.
It's no secret that I'm not a baker in the slightest. They all terrify me equally.
There's no room for error. Perfection is required.
You have 1 hour and 15 minutes to replicate the taste and presentation of these classic desserts.
75 minutes is all I get. I'm crossing my fingers that I can pull this one out.
Are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your time starts now!
This is the most difficult baking challenge we've done in MasterChef Canada so far.
This is intense. This is about as intense as it gets.
3 iconic Canadian desserts elevated in 75 minutes. I wouldn't want to be in this pressure test.
Come on.
To me, it is the amount of elements that they have to create. Each one has its own degree of difficulty, complexity, and they must perfect every single one of these.
Whew, this is a big cook. This is to make it into the finale, and I want this. This is seriously intense. I've been in a lot of pressure tests. I've handled them all very well. I want that chef's coat more than I ever wanted anything in my life. I thrive off pressure, so I'm gonna harness that today and use it to my advantage.
I'm gonna prove to everyone that I'm not a floater, that just because I haven't been in a pressure test doesn't mean I don't deserve to be here. With pressure tests, the dials are turned up a little bit, but I can do this. I'm a legitimate threat. I might not be a baker, but I can pull this off. It's my turn to shine here.
First thing they have to do is to blind bake their tart shell.
I'm rolling out my pastry dough, and it's sticking to the table. It's breaking apart. Ugh. I flour the surface, I flour the top. It just sticks, tears, rips. I don't know what's happening with it. This is just gonna be tough. But I do not have time to make another pâte sucrée. Oh, God. I'm gonna take bits and pieces and fill in the holes and make it work.
With pie dough, everything's by touch, and it doesn't feel perfect to me, so I just cross my fingers.
Woo! Almost there.
Michael G., so far so good? Everything going as per the plan?
It is. Yeah, I'm on track.
I noticed you had some trouble with your pastry crust. What happened?
You know what? Could be the nerves.
How do you feel about going head-to-head right now with Andy?
He's got a very similar style to me, which is hard work. That's definitely someone that's going to be tough to battle with, but I'm here for the battle.
You think you have what it takes if you beat Andy to beat Becky?
Definitely.
All right, well, I'm going to let you focus. Can't wait to see what you do.
Thank you, Chef. I appreciate it. You know, I came in en route to being a PhD mathematics guy, and then really finding out what I truly, truly love. This is me, and to be here cooking is the greatest accomplishment of my life. Come on, baby. Let's go.
1 hour, 3 elevated classics.
So with savory cooking, it's easy just to eyeball and taste. If something's off, you can kind of readjust. With baking, if you're off by a gram, it can change the whole dynamic of what you're baking.
So those cornmeal cakes for their blueberry grunt should be going into the oven right about now.
So in order to make the corn cake, essentially you fold everything together with whipped egg whites. Needs more. My egg whites are just not stiffening up. I don't know if I have some yolk in there that's causing some issue. I don't know why these things aren't stiffening up. So I pour it out and start over. I'm gonna push through it no matter what. Giving up is not an option.
Becky, how does it feel to be up here?
It feels great. I don't not want to be down there right now.
So you gotta tell me, which home cook would you rather face off in the finale?
I don't know. I think they would both be good competitors.
Tell me, which one do you think you can beat?
I think I can beat both of them.
Thanks, Becky.
Keep an eye on the competition. Everyone is a threat. Remember that.
Michael G has started his flourless chocolate cake for his Nanaimo bar. He's ahead right now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Andy is compensating for his missteps with speed.
I'm just looking for what to do next, try to keep moving. Okay, how's this looking?
Andy's pasta crate just came out of the oven and it doesn't look good.
I look at the tart that it almost looks just like a flat cookie. And frankly, I think I'm screwed. I don't think there's anything that I can do to come back from this. I just gave this competition to Mike G.
30 minutes! 30 minutes!
My only strategy for this challenge is just keep pushing no matter what. Come on, come on, come on. I have a little bit of the pastry dough left. I roll it out, put it back in the tart shell, and get it back in the oven.
He is really working double time to get this challenge done.
I got to admire him, though. When he knows it's not right, he takes a step back and fixes it.
This can completely change my life. I left a job I didn't really like, and I'm chasing my culinary dream. And I want to be able to show my daughter that, yes, you can make big changes in your life and chase big dreams.
Hi there, Andy.
Hi, Chef. How you doing?
I couldn't help but notice that you have had a rocky start. Do you think you've caught back up?
I haven't. I don't have time to turn around. I know Mike's going to be moving at light speed, too. Head down, work hard, hope for the best. That's all I can do.
Fingers crossed. So what are you working on now?
Working on the curd. Made this in the competition earlier today. It was yuzu instead of lemon juice. Comfortable with the curd. Feel like this is my moment to calm down and then kick it into high gear.
Stay focused. Good luck.
I will. Thank you, Chef.
I am the most driven I've ever been in this competition during this challenge.
Come on.
I'm thrilled to my task. I know it's going to take a ton of work. Just got to do it.
I'm gaining there, Mikey boy.
Huh?
I'm coming.
This Nanaimo bar is all about shapes and textures. If that coconut gelée is too firm, they're going to have a real tough time getting it out of that mold.
These two are moving at lightning speed.
Come on.
I've never seen anything like it. So right now, both home cooks are making their blueberry cloud.
A blueberry cloud is a puree that has gelatin and then air incorporated. So it's light, fluffy, but it's just almost like a beautiful cloud.
Both of them are using all their strength to aerate that mixture.
I need to whisk like no tomorrow to make this happen.
I'm exhausted watching them.
They are feeling the heat right now.
God, my arm.
Nice, guys.
Oh, God, I'm tired.
10 minutes! You have 10 more minutes left! I don't want to see any missing element.
I get that second tart shell out of the oven, and it's actually looking pretty good.
That looks a lot better, Andy. Come on, get your custard in there and get it in the oven.
At this point, I have 10 minutes left to bake this tart out, get it plated, and get it up there. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Andy's going to have to leave his tart in the oven to the very last second.
Come on.
Andy's getting through this with sheer brute determination.
You got this, Andy. You can do it.
I don't know.
There is not a second to spare. Not minutes, not a second. I am moving faster than I've ever moved in this kitchen and in my life.
Michael G is having a hard time removing his coconut milk jelly out of the mold.
I don't know how to get the jelly out in a perfect square other than try and pull it out from the actual form itself. And I'm able to fry this sucker out, keeping its shape.
Looks great, Michael.
There are so many elements that they need to cut, assemble, and dress on plates before they can present the 3 classic Canadian desserts.
I am plating the blueberry jam that goes on the bottom of the blueberry grunt. There's a lot of juice and liquid left in it, and I know it's not exact, but it's something, so I just get it on the plate in order to finish the rest of the plating. It's all good.
I'm most worried about my tart. I think that my filling might not be entirely set. I'm worried that when the judges cut into it, my filling's gonna ooze out.
5 minutes, you have 5 more minutes.
Push, Mike, push.
One of these home cooks is going to find their way into the finale going head-to-head with Becky. If that doesn't motivate them, nothing will.
Serve it in the tin if you have to. Just get it on the plate.
A moment of truth right now. How is Andy going to get that hot tart out of that case?
Yes! Good job, Andy!
1 minute. Remember, all your desserts have to be on the blacktop. 1 minute. Come on, keep going. Push. Get your meringue on. Come on.
I can't. I have no time. And I don't have meringue right now. I don't know what you would call this, but it's not meringue. But there's nothing I can do at this point. I just put it on top of the butter tart and just hope for the best.
Oh no, Andy.
It's not there.
Andy's struggling with his meringue. You know, I'm here to help him out. He's a very good friend of mine.
Here you go, dude, here you go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Come on, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
I'm proud of you. I don't even know what to say. I feel that was a complete blur. I don't know if I've ever worked that hard in my entire life. They're not the most beautiful things I've ever plated, but they're probably the dishes I'm most proud of.
I'm either going home or I'm going to the finale. Holy crap, I can't believe it.
Well, that was incredible to watch. Now let's taste your desserts. Michael G., that was quite the challenge.
I think the hardest one in this competition.
How do you feel about the Nanaimo bar?
I think I got pretty close to perfection of replication. I feel good.
I'm looking for a coconut jelly that really holds its integrity. When I cut into this, I want it to really stay on top of the flourless chocolate torte. And it does. Beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
How does it taste? If the fig tart and the blueberry grunt are anything like the Nanaimo bar, you're in very good shape. The texture in the coconut jelly is perfect. The flourless chocolate torte is very rich, very deep in flavor. You really nailed it.
Thank you very much.
Now I'm gonna try Andy's Nanaimo bar. All right, Andy.
Chef.
I couldn't help but notice that you redid every misstep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever in my entire life worked as hard as I just did to produce these, so I hope you enjoy them.
Let's see if the coconut jelly is set perfectly. It looks amazing.
Good work.
That's the best Nanaimo bar I've ever had.
Amazing. Thank you, Chef.
This is next level. As close as you get to replicating the Nanaimo bar that we showed you. So guys, we have a real horse race here. You guys are neck and neck. You have a fight ahead of you, a very big fight.
My, Michael. Outside this tart, this looks fantastic. I mean, that's almost a perfect replication.
Thank you, Chef.
But this is the moment of truth, the cut. Well, the filling, it's a little wet. And I'm just gonna check what the bottom is like. It's a tad underdone. What'd you say? Well, I must say, the flavor is there, okay? I can taste the rum, I can taste the figs, okay? So sometimes that's not easy to do, to get that right balance. The meringue, the ginger's there. It's not overpowering, good replication.
Thank you, Chef.
It's not the perfect butter tart, but overall, you did a very nice job.
Thank you very much, Chef.
With a replication, it has to look identical, and I know that this one doesn't look perfect, maybe more of a distant cousin.
Andy, ugh. Tell me what went wrong.
It was kind of the theme of the day. I had to do everything twice, so it was a sprint to the finish, but I'm just happy to have something up here.
But are we gonna get a runny filling?
Like mine.
Ooh, perfect.
Interesting.
Wow, I am impressed.
Thank you. So am I.
Let's see the bottom. Well, it's actually not bad, okay? Maybe a little bit too thin. Let me taste it. You nailed it on the filling.
Thanks, Chef.
The flavor's all there. Nice caramelization on the sugar. It may not look good, but I must say, tastes very good.
Thank you, Chef.
I feel really confident about my blueberry grunt. I think it looks amazing.
At first glance, it looks like you've got all the elements there. Let's give it a taste. The ultimate test. The cloud, I find not quite as light and airy as I think it could be. Your corn cake is decent. A tad on the dry side, I would say. The creme chantilly has a good flavor to it. The blueberry jam, fresh flavor. Overall, it looks quite beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Andy, time to try your blueberry grunt. Look, the obvious element here that failed to meet the mark is the jam, the consistency of it. Just needed a few more minutes to reduce.
Yeah.
It's all down to time. Your corn cake, I think, is about as perfect as it gets.
Wow, thank you.
The moisture and the density and the lightness of it is delicious. The blueberry cloud is probably one of the toughest, uniquest elements on this plate.
Yes.
You nailed it. It's not an exact replication, and it wasn't the prettiest, but there were some elements within this dish that you truly delivered.
Thank you, Chef.
Becky, have you been taking it all in?
Oh, yeah.
No matter who wins, you are going to be up against one tough competitor. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Chef.
Chef, good work.
Well, that was a tight race to the finish. These were two of the most competitive home cooks we have ever seen.
In my mind, there's no hands-down one winner here. It is about the details.
I'm hoping that my flavors edge Mike out. I think I put the work in, I've tried my hardest, and I hope it's enough to get me to the finale.
It's gonna be real tough. I don't think anybody nailed every dessert. So our job is to decide who nailed the most elements.
I am one judgment away from making it to the finale, and I want this so badly.
It's not going to be easy, but we know what we have to do.
Let's tell them our decision.
Sadly, only one of you can advance to the MasterChef Canada finale.
I want to win this so badly, just to prove to myself, my family, that I deserve this.
We felt we had to give it to the home cook whose flavor tempted us to come back for more.
I worked so hard to get here, pushing myself every second.
And that home cook is... Andy.
Oh my God.
Well done, Andy. Please come on up and get your chef's jacket.
I did it. I fought tooth and nail and pushed to get here. I put on the chef's jacket and it just fits perfectly. I'm just so proud to have finally pushed myself to the limit. I don't think I've ever done it before. feels like a dream come true. I can't believe it.
Michael G., you came into this competition as a PhD math student with a big dream and brains to match. Your skill was unmistakable, and so was your confidence. But what emerged over time is your big heart. We saw it tonight when you took up a torch to lend a hand to a fierce competitor. You're a scholar, a gentleman, and one incredible cook. Now come on up and say goodbye.
I am so honored and humbled to have lived out this journey.
This is amazing. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you very much, Chef. It was something I will never, ever forget. There's no I in team here. There's an I in win. That's what we're after. I have met some incredible people along the way. People that are true at the heart. I've grown huge as a home cook, and I'm gonna go out and become a chef now. I can do it, and I'm good at it. It's not the end of my cooking dream. If I'm gonna lose, I wanna be beat, and I was beat. But I'm happy. I did a really good job.
Next time, it's Andy versus Becky in the culinary showdown the country has been waiting for.
The MasterChef Canada finale.
With $100,000 and the title up for grabs.
All bets are off. I'm willing to fight tooth and nail to win this.
I think I've proved that age doesn't matter. I've never wanted anything more than this.
Canada's new Master Chef is